Welcome to the Explainer. So let me ask you something. Does the mere thought of doing your state taxes make you want to pull your hair out? Well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're completely demystifying the West Virginia online tax filing process. We're going to break it down step by step so you can file online absolutely free without the usual headaches. Here is the million-dollar question, or, well, I guess the refund-saving question. Can you actually file your West Virginia state taxes entirely for free online? The short answer is absolutely yes. And not only is it possible, but doing it this way means way faster processing and honestly, a lot fewer errors than mailing in some clunky paper return. Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to look at why you should file online, run through a simple pre-filing checklist, show you exactly how to access those free file options, pick the right software vendor, handle the submission and any troubleshooting, and finally track down that refund. Let's dive right in. Step 1. Why file taxes online? Let's talk about the unique advantages. You know, the West Virginia Tax Division is pretty clear about this. Electronic filing means lightning-fast processing times. And faster processing, that directly translates to getting your money quicker, especially when you hook it up with direct deposit. Plus, you get immediate confirmation that your return was actually received. No more paper cuts, no more stressing about whether your envelope got lost in the mail somewhere. And the best part? The software actually does all the heavy lifting and math for you, which massively reduces calculation errors. All right, moving on to step 2, your pre-filing checklist. Let's arm you for success. Okay, the name of the game here is preparation. Before you even touch a keyboard, you need to gather your arsenal. You're going to need valid IDs, so that's your social security number, an ITIN if you use one, and a valid West Virginia photo ID just to verify it's really you. Next up, round up all your income verification stuff. We're talking W-2s and any 1099s you might have, like the G, R, NEC, MISC, or K forms. Now, pay super close attention to this next part. Property documents. If you're planning to claim state property tax credits, you absolutely need your official MV1 letter or your local county sheriff property tax receipts. Seriously, don't skip that. And finally, double note, triple check your bank's routing and account numbers. Missing even one digit on these will just totally stall out your refund. Step 3, accessing those free file options and understanding West Virginia's hybrid model. So this right here is the biggest hurdle for folks, the hybrid model. Think of it like a fork in the road. If you're filing a full-form IT-140 return, you actually cannot file that directly on the state's main portal. Nope, you have to use an authorized third-party Free File Alliance vendor. But on the other hand, if you only need to file standalone property tax credits, say the motor vehicle or senior citizen credits, and you literally have zero other income tax filing requirements, well, you can just do that directly right on the state's My Taxes portal. Getting this straight right off the bat is half the battle. All right, so if you do need to file that full return, how do you do it without getting slapped with hidden fees? Here is the secret sauce. Go directly to taxwv.gov, click on Individuals, select e-file, and then hit Free File Options. Why am I being so specific? Because clicking through this exact official state directory sets an invisible electronic tracking token. If you just open a new tab and Google the software on your own, you're probably going to end up on their standard paid track. This official path is literally the key to unlocking the free tier. Up next is step 4, choosing your software vendor and finding your perfect match. When it comes to picking a vendor, your adjusted gross income, or AGI, totally dictates your free options. Let's look at a few top choices. Cash App Taxes is kind of an outlier here. It's totally free regardless of your AGI for both federal and a single state return. Pretty cool, right? Then you have Free Tax USA and Online Taxes, or OLT.com. They both offer free filing, but listen up. They only cover the state return for free if your AGI is $51,000 or less. Make more than that and you're looking at standard state fees around $16 or $10 respectively. Finally, there's 1040 Now, which is specifically geared toward folks with incomes of $32,000 or less. Basically, just find the income bracket you fit into and you'll find your match. We are making great time. Let's look at step 5, submitting and troubleshooting to finalize your return. 3 whole years. What does that mean? Well, if your software requires you to physically sign Form WV-8453, which is just a fancy name for the Individual Income Tax Declaration for Electronic Filing, you got to know that West Virginia does not mess around here. They do not accept e-signatures for this specific form. Whoever originates that electronic return must physically retain that signed piece of paper for 3 full years. So please keep your paperwork safe and don't toss it in the recycling bin. And speaking of numbers, here is one you really do not want to see. $15. That's the exact penalty fee charged by the state for a returned electronic refund. So, if you're rushing through the form and accidentally put in inaccurate or illegible banking info, or maybe you try to use a closed account and your direct deposit gets bounced back, bam! You get hit with a $15 service charge. It's totally avoidable, folks, so just double-check those account numbers before you hit send. Almost done. Step 6, refunds and final tips. Let's track down your money. So the moment you hit submit, you're naturally going to want to know, hey, where's my money? Tracking it is super simple. Just head over to mytaxes.wvtax.gov and click right on Where's My Refund? Easy peasy. Now, if your status isn't updating or you run into some serious snags along the way, don't panic. The West Virginia Tax Division actually has a dedicated support line for this. It's 1-800-982-8297. Seriously, jot that down or put it in your phone just in case. Now, maybe you're sitting here watching this explainer, scratching your head and thinking, you know what? I really just need an actual human to help me. Guess what? You have options. There are fantastic community resources out there like FIDA. That stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. They can prepare returns for individuals making $67,000 or less, totally free of charge. Another great one is My Free Taxes, which is operated by the United Way and offers free online filing support. The point is, you aren't in this alone, so definitely lean on these resources if you need to. Of course, before we completely wrap things up today, I do need to share this quick disclaimer. This explainer provides general, educational guidance based strictly on official state documentation. It absolutely should not be considered legal, financial, or professional advice. Always consult a certified tax professional for your specific tax concerns or any complex financial situations you might be dealing with. So I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to navigate West Virginia's digital roadmap and claim your refund faster? Armed with all this new knowledge, you can totally sidestep those annoying hidden fees, breeze right through the state's hybrid model, and tackle this tax season with absolute confidence. Be sure to bookmark this explainer for a quick refresher next year, too. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy filing.